Hey guys, welcome back to the garage. Before we get into the video today, just want to do a quick update here, just a verbal update on the trailer, the AMT big rig trailer for the companion for the Mac cruise liner, the Rider deco. It's coming along. I've got a good little bit of work done on it. I've got some paint on certain spots, and the seam on the top, I had an issue with that. But it's coming along really well. And as soon as I think maybe I can get some paint on it this week, I will bring an update. Maybe if I get some paint on that and give you an update on how that's going. Did a little bit more work on the cruise liner. Maybe we'll bring that in and show that too. But I am progressing slowly but surely. I'm getting that going. Another order of business here real quick is I'm getting some shop cards made up. This is today right now is August 6th, and Monday, August 7th, I should be able to pick those up. And this is not the final draft, but this is an example, real close example of what my shop card's going to look like. So if you guys are interested in a shop card, my email's here if you want to pause that and check that out, ericsmodelgarage.com at gmail.com. Or it's that is also in my channel description. Go there, check it out. If you want a shop card, just shoot me an email and I will get one out to you. So that's the business on that. So we're moving along with that. All right, what's on the bench, guys? Check this out. We've got some old promos here, and we're going to actually start. I'm going to go from the newest. Actually, this would be the newest, but anyway. We're going to go this way down and cover the old ones last. And talk about the difference in the materials that these things were made out of, because we see these three right here are really nice shape. We start getting a little rough down here. Most of you probably know why, but I'm going to just go ahead and cover it real quick anyways. So starting out, we're just going to go backwards here. And this one I picked up, I don't remember. I can't remember. I've had it so long now. But 1971 or 72, I did a Google search on those, and the front ends and the back ends look very, very similar. So this is either a 71 or 2 Oldsmobile Toronado. And I did know the color on this. It escapes me right now. I didn't write it down, so therefore I have forgotten it. But they had these in colors that you could get the cars in that year. And they would just show you there at the dealer. And if you like that color, say, yeah, just order me up one of those. So this is a Johan. Whether you can see it or not, anyways, it is right. It might be kind of hard to see. But it's Johan models right there. Now, this is kind of interesting. And when I show you the Cadillac, we're going to talk about something, these right here. Well, I'll just say, I don't know if all the promos had the pins, because this actually is an earlier model than this Cadillac here. So I don't know if these pins, now it's possible, I'm just going to put this caveat on here. It's possible that this could have came in a snap kit form, but I don't know. I bought it, was told it was a promotional. So I'm going to go on that. But I don't, because I know that Cutlass that I have has pins to hold the chassis to the body. So, but anyway, this is an example of what a promo would have been like. We'll put it that way for this one. So 1971 or 72 Old Toronado by Johan Models. So I thought that was pretty cool. Leaving it the way it is, obviously. And it's stayed fairly good shape over these years. Now, 75 Cadillac. Now, this one actually has the date on the bumper there, 1975. This is a Cadillac Eldorado. And you'll notice here, I'll put this, bring back up here. Notice here on this old Toronado, front wheel drive. So, no drive shaft here, of course, and you had your trailing arm suspension in the back. Dual exhaust there. So, front wheel drive here. Also, the Cadillac Eldorado, man, you got to back that thing up to get her all in the shot. Look at that long boat. Cadillac Eldorado, same deal. Same setup here. Front wheel drive. Of course, no drive shaft. They got the exhaust right down the center, and this is running single out the back, and then your trailing arm suspension again. So now this one here, see, this one has the screws in it. That's got the screw bottom. So that's why I kind of wondered these two, if Johan did the pins as well as the screws, or if the pins were designated to the kit form. I don't know. I'm not going to make a definite statement on that because I do not know that for a fact. But this one here had the sunroof, the quarter vinyl top, and just classic Cadillac back end styling. And again, I couldn't tell you what color this is, and it looks to me, I don't know, but what somebody may have painted this top here white, because that looks like some maybe after the fact paint. Could be. But just another example of an old Johan promo. Now, I do know this. Johan stopped producing promos, I believe it was 1979 model year. So this would have been getting pretty close to the end of their promo runs. But anyway, 1975 Cadillac Eldorado. What a ride. So now we're going back a good number of years on this. Again, styrene plastic. And this one here, I believe, is an AMT. This is a 1961 Ford Thunderbird. Now, this is pretty cool how I acquired this one, because I was at work one day, and my wife had sent me a picture. So at break time there, I checked it out, and the text said, "Do you have this?" And I looked, and it was this right here. I'm like, I don't think so. I think I had a kit form, but in the picture, it looked like the promo. So she said, "Well, you got it now because I just picked it up for you." Guys, check your thrift stores. Check your garage sales. Check your antique malls. This car right here, $2. She paid $2 for this promo at a thrift store. So this thing, guys, is near mint, I would say. It's got some like little scuffs, and I haven't actually tried polishing this out yet. I may still try to do that, but this car is just such nice shape yet. So it's a promo screw bottom. Now what was neat about these is they listed everything on the bottom for like what you had on that new model year. And I'm going to try to read some of these if you can see them. Okay, this one here says, well, let's start up at the front here. You can barely see it. It says 390 special V8 right up in here for the power plant. And it's probably not going to show up because of the light there. But anyway, it's got some stuff here on the oil pan, but it's really hard for me to read that. I'm half blind in one, I can't see out the other anyway. So, but anyway, it might talk about like oil change. So here we got welded integral body and frame for quietness and strength. Over here we've got new swing away steering column or steering wheel, optional it says. Here it says unmistakably new, not a hair wider. Unmistakably Thunderbird, not a 1/10 of an inch longer. So advertising the wheelbase was the same and everything the same from the previous year. Special 3-phase rust prevention treatment. It had a cruise-o-matic drive, power steering, and self-adjusting brakes. All standard equipment on that year. Back here on the differential, wider tread. Down here, it's hard to read that. 12,000 mile warranty. Right here by the gas tank, it says Thunderbird unique in all the world. And as far as the exhaust, the mufflers aluminized triple life. So it told you all about the new features of the car right on the bottom of the promo there. Get that back where you can see it. So just a very, very nice, clean example of an old promo. And this is probably the best condition promo that I have. So really excited to get it. I think I seen one of these at an antique store, actually. Your antique stores are probably going to be the higher price just because of what they deal in general. But like thrift stores and things are probably your better bet. I've seen one like this here recently. I think they had like $95 or $100 on it. So $2. What a steal. Second time my wife come through for me again. Love you, hun. But anyway, that is, and I believe this, even it's 1961, but I still believe this to be styrene plastic, because it is just, it's straight. There's no warpage whatsoever to that. Just really, really nice shape yet. So 61 Thunderbird, another piece of history. So now we're moving on to the next one. Now we're getting into some warpage. All right, 1959 Ford Galaxy. And you can see this has got a pretty bad bow up this way. Look at that roof. Roof's all concave there now. And I believe this would be, being 1959, this would be your cellulose acetate. Very, very prone to warpage. They'd shrink and then they'd warp up on you. And this is a friction flywheel car. And it is an AMT. Okay, AMT Corp right there. Now it says Birmingham, Michigan. Still got your motor back in there. It doesn't work properly like it should, but it's still all there. The grill's long been missing with the headlights and everything, but you can see how that's got some pretty bad warpage to it. Interior's pretty nice in there. Steering wheel, dash is all straight, seats and everything look good. But if you look up inside here, even these posts up in here have warped over time. So that's kind of bad shape up in there. But it just sits on the shelf like that. That's just the way it is. Obviously, there's not much you can do with them now. But 1959 Ford right there in the bumper. Had the big backup lights there right in the rear quarter above the tail lights. Still, like I said, always preferred the 57 the best. But for what this is, very unique looking automobile. But that's 59 cellulose acetate AMT. Now moving back, getting to one of my oldest ones that I have. Now this is a Johan, and again, very bad warpage on this one. It actually has cracked the hood. Right here is a big crack. But still fun to sit on the shelf and look at because of a piece of history. Now what somebody has done with this, they've actually taken it and then they've sanded, because these would have had lines through here just as part of the design of the side. You can barely see them right there. And someone had, let me get my hand behind there. You can barely see that. So someone's went and sanded all that down smooth. And then the bumper, I got the bumper taped on the bottom because these tabs are broke that holds it in there. So, but 1958 Olds 98. Again, bad warpage, Johan. And actually, Johan was the last of the model makers to go to styrene plastic. I think he was using cellulose acetate clear up into the 63 model year, I believe. Now, Max's models, he had a really good breakdown on the AMTs, the Johans. I'll leave a link in my description, video description. Go check him out on that, guys. It's really in-depth, really, really very interesting. He does a great job of telling all that. But John Hanley was the last one to go to 100% styrene. So you see a pretty bad warpage. But still, nonetheless, guys, even the warpage on these, still really cool to have around. Back window's missing. And I got this in a box of models I got from a friend of mine. I mean, a big box of models. Yeah, one of these days I'll do a junkyard show here, and we'll look at some of those that I picked up in that bunch. So 58 Olds 98, badly warped, but it'll sit on the shelf too because I think it's really cool just as it is. So neat old stuff. So again, bad warpage on that. The last one that I have is just the body. I don't have the chassis or anything else, but it's probably one of the most extreme examples of warpage that I've seen on one of these. And this is a 1956 DeSoto Firefly 4-door sedan. Check that out. And see, this got a crack back here. It just warped so bad it cracked the plastic or the material. I'm not even sure if they called that plastic back then, but on this side, I could assume what happened here. I don't know for a fact. If I don't miss my guess, somebody maybe tried to squeeze this in and straighten that back out, and it just gets so brittle that's just what happens. It just broke off that whole side. It's kind of a shame because this is a really neat body style of car. And it's a shame it warped so bad. But the glass, honestly, if you had one with a good body that needed glass, you could probably take that glass and polish it up and give yourself a nice, another nice replica. Look, you got nice usable headlights here with these spears up on the top. Pretty cool. But so that's what the cellulose acetate did. That's the difference between that and the styrene. That's why I believe, and I don't know when AMT fully went to styrene. I mean, this could be cellulose acetate, but I would almost guess it's styrene plastic. Just for the simple fact there's no major warpage on there. So, but anyway, so you can see the difference. See what time does. Stuff was prone to warping. So, but anyway, well guys, that's really pretty much all I had for this one. Just wanted to bring these out and show you what I have in this, my small collection of promos. So again, we got a 71 or 2 Oldsmobile Toronado, 75 Cadillac Eldorado, 61 Thunderbird, 59 Ford Galaxy, a 58 Oldsmobile 98, and a 56 DeSoto Firefly 4-door sedan that has seen way better days. So guys, with that, I think we're just going to wrap it up, and I'm going to move on out. So you guys have a great day. God bless you, and happy modeling.